So, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always has finally dropped, but the main question is, where do we go from here? Because they were teasing a sequel or something for the nearby future for the characters to return eventually. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video, is where do we go from here after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. So this video is not going to have any special editing or anything like that. Think of it like a podcast. So if you want to tab out or do some housework and listen to some Australian guy in your ears talking about Once and Always, then this is the video for you. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always has dropped. If you haven't watched it, then what are you doing clicking on this video? Go watch it now, then come back, but also check out my review for it. So the main question is, where do we go from here? The special ended with Mihn inheriting the Yellow Ranger powers from Trini, her mother. Billy is going to stay on Earth, but he's also going to go into Miranoi and check some stuff out. And he will eventually return to Aquitar. Now, slight spoilers, there's been rumors and rumblings, and I think Simon might have spilled the beans on it on Twitter, that David Yost is going to be returning as Billy in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Although a lot of people do say, when I talk about it, saying, I won't believe it until I see it for myself. I believe I posted a couple of videos here and there of sort of the casting room and stuff like that, or the makeup schedule or the hair schedule, and Billy's name was on there, and I've talked about it several times. Not only that, there was an article that kind of leaked it saying David Yost, known for being in Once and Always and the most recently upcoming Cosmic Fury, will be appearing. So there's that. But Billy appearing in Cosmic Fury does make sense. I mean, Cosmic Fury is going to be in space. Cosmic Fury Rangers are going to be having space adventures. I've said this a dozen fucking times. They're probably going to run into each other if Billy's out in space doing something. So that's a possibility. But where do we go from here? There's been recently some audio of C2E2, the Chicago Comic Con, where someone asked Johnny saying, hey, apparently they didn't tear down all the sets for Once and Always. Does that mean something's happening? Are you guys possibly returning? And Johnny didn't really give a yes or no answer. He said, I cannot confirm or deny anything, but if you guys want to see us possibly come back, then watch the special and show that Netflix that you guys like Power Rangers, because Netflix did take a gamble by putting money into a 30th anniversary special for Power Rangers. So if you want to see a sequel or a series out of this, then watch it. Definitely support it. Support the official release, as I always say. So we could be seeing something with these characters later down the line. Like I said, Billy could be possibly appearing in Cosmic Fury. Johnny Young Bosch, his character, the door is open for whatever he's doing with SBA, which is another can of worms I might have to make a video on. But I honestly hope we get a part 2 or something with these characters later down the line. I would love to sort of see a mini-series or sort of these one-off adventures with the characters and what they're doing next, but if we're going to see another sequel to this, I feel like we can see a part 2 with Mihn carrying the torch with a brand new Ranger team or something like that. Maybe we could see something later down the line for these characters, because there's some stuff that people did point out with the special. There are some Power Ranger plot holes that went unexplained and stuff like that, which I understand. But that's Power Rangers for you. Not everything's going to be squeaky clean when it comes to being explained here and there. I understand that. But I feel like we have no idea what the fuck is going on with the Jonathan Entwistle. We have no idea. We've heard nothing. We've heard Jonathan Entwistle's doing something Power Rangers related. It's coming. That's been the sort of quote for the past, I want to say, we heard about that in 2019, I want to say. 2020, early 2020, late 20, I remember December when we heard about it. And we've heard that story for the past couple of years saying, Jonathan Entwistle's doing something for Power Rangers, and we've heard absolutely nothing. I'm surprised he's still attached to the series at this point. And I don't mean that in a mean way or a rude way. It's just we've heard nothing at all. We just know it's happening. And then, what's her name? I do apologize for saying what's her name. But someone who worked on The Witcher and Supernatural is one of the other writers or executive producers, I believe. They're working on it as well, so there's that. That news dropped either last year or something like that. The timeline's a bit of a muddle at this point, but yeah, we've got that to keep in mind. But I would love to see a sequel for Once and Always. I feel like it does deserve a part 2. I feel like they put a lot of heart into Once and Always, and I definitely enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed it as a Mighty Morphin fan, seeing these characters again for the first time in forever. Like, that was really great to see. But I would love to see Mihn carry the torch, whether she shows up in Cosmic Fury or gets her own special where she leads a brand new range team. That'd be really freaking cool to see. But like I said, they didn't tear down the sets for Once and Always. Like, some of them remained up from what I've heard. What sets are remained up? No idea. But I would love to see him again later down the line. Like I said, I would love to see a part 2. There's a lot of stuff that, like, could go explained moving forward, like what happens with these characters moving forward, because they did leave the door open with these characters for what we could see in the nearby future. Like I said, Zack is still doing his thing, Billy's still doing his thing, Mihn is the brand new Yellow Ranger, Johnny... Adam and Aisha, I say Johnny, like, you know, Adam and Aisha, like, we could possibly see what they're doing with SBA, and if that leads into SPD, because SPD was formed in 2002, I believe, when it comes to the main Power Rangers line, but nothing's been confirmed or denied if they're a connecting branch or something like that. Like, Power Rangers' own continuity, like I said, can be a bit of a kerfuffle when you want it explained, so I feel like whatever that will get answered eventually. Maybe that will get answered in a comic, I don't know. But either way, I feel like we should see these characters again later down the line. I would love to see him again, like, I would honestly love to see him again. If we're seeing Billy in Cosmic Fury, then I'm very curious about the role he'll play in that. That will be interesting to see, with how he interacts with, like, characters like Zato and Ion and Hunter and stuff like Amelia and stuff like that. That'd be really cool to see. But whatever happens with Once and Always, I'm hoping it gets a sequel. I'm hoping we see more stuff like this later down the line. Like, I hope that Netflix was paying attention to the numbers, to the ratings, to the trending board, how all of Ranger Nation came out to talk about it. But I don't know what the gauge was for the people who barely watch Power Rangers and their thoughts and opinions on it, if they loved it or they hated it or they thought it was mid. I don't know what their thoughts and opinions are. I mean, I didn't scour the internet too much to get opinions and stuff like that. I've talked to friends who haven't watched Power Rangers in years, and they thought it was okay. They didn't think it was the best thing ever, they just thought it was okay. But I am curious to see, like, what, outside of the Ranger fandom, what other people's thoughts on the special was. That's my curiosity. But I would love to see something with these characters. And I know I've said that 50 fucking times in this video, but I feel like there's a lot of potential for these characters and their journeys to keep moving forward. Like Mihn, she's set up as the next new generation Yellow Ranger. What adventures will she have moving forward? No idea, but she's going to carry on the legacy for Trini, which is something I would love to see, whether it be in the form of a comic, TV show, spin-off, movie. I feel like Mihn's journey is just beginning as she carries on the Yellow Ranger powers and knows what it means to be a Ranger. And I would love to see, like, sort of like the return of Zack, Billy, and Mihn, and sort of how they play off each other, because I feel like that trio really worked well off each other in the special, and seeing them all sort of gather around at the end of the special at the juice bar, that was really nice. I got it, like, that tugged at the heartstrings, seeing like some things never change and they stay the same. That was really nice. But who knows what's going to happen with Once and Always. I mean, I feel like it was sequel baiting in a way, with Billy staying on Earth and saying how he's going to travel, like, to Miranoi and then eventually return to Aquitar and see his wife, and the other Rangers will sort of recover. So that sequel's there. Nothing hinting at the return of a villain or anything like that, which I was surprised we didn't get anything post-credits with this special. But like I said, like, they're sort of testing the waters to see if Netflix will continue this. But if this does well, then maybe we can see, like, a 40th anniversary special, a 50th anniversary special, although the cast will be very old by then, by the time we get to 50. Like, I believe the cast will be pushing into, like, 60s, 70s by the time we get to that. But hey, that'd be cool. But what do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts if you're still watching this video. What is your dream ideal for a Power Rangers sequel to Once and Always? Like, what would you love to see personally if we got a sequel to Once and Always? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, because I feel like I just rambled on in this video. But I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions with what we could get with Once and Always moving forward in the future. So with that said, I think I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.